Hey, and welcome back to the Laguna Sports Wrap. Here to talk about the Runnin Rebels. We've got a couple of guests with us from that 1990 championship team, Anderson, Hunt, and Moses Scurry. And gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in here. First question I have, how cool is it they're doing that documentary on that team?
Yeah, it's a great thing, man, a great feeling that, it took them to bring us back together, and I really appreciate them for that.
I like the title, Kings of Vegas. So that works, huh?
Oh, yeah. That was a great title, which was true. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, like Mo just said, they brought us back together. Because we never did nothing together as a team.
Yeah.
Since we left.
Except win a national championship, but
yeah,
after that, okay.
Yeah, since we left. Yeah, but it's a great thing.
This will be the first time you guys have all been together.
Yeah,
all 13.
Since 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reunion.
Yeah. Other than that.
Okay, so what goes through your mind when you guys watch the NCAA tournament today, and we'll go back to 1990 in a little bit, but when you watch March Madness today, Anderson, what goes through your mind when you see these guys in the NCAA tournament?
A lot of memories. You know, one shining moment, the ups, the downs, but really it's about team. And you got to go on a 6-game winning streak. That's it. To win a championship. So you got to stay focused. It's hard, very, very hard, but it can be done. But from now to then,
we had one scare.
Like night and day.
Night and day?
Yeah.
Ball State. That was our scare. So
Ball State was, they were a shot at the elbow. It was in Salt Lake, I believe.
Oakland.
Was that in Oakland?
Okay.
Shot at the elbow that they had that could have sent the game to overtime or ended it for you guys. But still, you guys were able to overcome that.
That was our tough game. Usually during the NCAA tournament, you always run into that one team, and some guys don't get past that. So once we got past that, it was all business. So we knew we couldn't play around with these guys. So every game we won by 30.
And on top of that, we thought we was gonna play Louisville. Ball State beat Louisville, so we was anticipating playing Louisville. So once we, Ball State beat Louisville.
Right, good point, yes. And so that gave you Ball State. Dick Hunsaker was the coach. I remember Tark didn't like him. I don't know if he ever told you that, but he told me a few times. Like he didn't like Hunsaker, really didn't get along with him, but you guys took care of him.
One thing was great about Tark, he didn't let us know a lot of outside stuff.
Okay.
All that stuff was on the outside of the locker room and the gym, he didn't want us to know about. And he was a master of, keeping that
focus, keeping you guys focused.
Focus, master motivator.
He had his ways of doing things, but it worked.
Oh, Jarvis, you see Jarvis?
I saw Jarvis.
My man.
Yeah.
Oh,
bless him.
Yes.
When you guys watch these videos, especially that 1990 team, do you look at today's tournament and say, those guys couldn't hold a candle to us? UConn's pretty good. They've been beating teams up. But when you look at that 1990 team to what you guys had on the court, do you ever sit back and say, man, these guys wouldn't hold a candle to us? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, man, we had a team. I mean, we wasn't even that, we wasn't really a big team, height-wise. But as far as heart, every player had that, and we were determined to win.
Seemed like you guys were all men among boys. It just seemed like back in the day.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Up in the inner city.
Yeah.
I grew up.
You were Detroit?
Yeah.
You were Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Dave Butler, D.C., Barry, Maryland.
Yeah. Very young.
Yeah.
So where'd you get the scream from, Moses? Did you do that in high school, or did you develop that when you came? When you scream, you get a rebound, you let out an intimidating yell.
Yeah, it was getting the crowd into the game, but I signed with St. John's out of high school.
Okay.
And myself, Mark Jackson, another player by the name of Shelton Jones, they played under Louis Connor II. So during the summer, we had our summer league games. So I would go to their games and they would, go to my games. And Mark Jackson, for some reason, used to yell. So I kind of stole that.
He suggested it to you.
Yeah. Well, he did it.
Oh, he did it?
He did it. And, I used to
He's a
watch
little
him.
guy, though. Come on.
Yeah, but he used to yell, though. I guess when, like he had a layup, he used to yell. And then I just took it and ran with it.
Anderson, let's talk about your special honor, the Thomas and Mack, the jersey unveiling, the retirement up there. What was that like when you were here watching some former teammates and what they did for you here? Just some of your emotions.
Oh, it was great. It was, I'm glad I was still living.
We are too.
Right, but it was great, man. I don't care about the attendance, it was just
At
one
the end
of
of
the
the day,
things.
your name was in the rafters.
Yeah,
So,
at the end of the day, yep. But I wouldn't have been there without none of my teammates at all, you know.
A lot of people push that here in town for a long time to get Anderson. You were the MVP of that national championship game, the 30-point win over Duke, and everything that happened there with that. And okay, I'm going to ask you something with the NIL going on right now, where players are getting paid. Your thoughts on what that would have been like? What would that have been like for the Rebels?
Oh man, we'd have been millionaires. We'd have been millionaires. We was thousandaires, but we'd have been millionaires.
How many commercials could you have done around town with people?
As many as they wanted us to.
Yeah, you would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was name, image, and likeness. I remember, in fact, specifically, there was Greg Anthony wanted to sell T-shirts with the Rebels on there. They wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him do that. He was willing to forego his scholarship.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him do that. But the university printed up Larry and Stacy T-shirts and stuff like that. Maybe you guys were on them too, and they made the money off it.
Yeah.
They benefited.
Yeah,
you guys were fine with that. You got your scholarships and went on from there.
Scholarship
You should have got a lot more.
Oh man! I mean, one time I went in the Tark office. I'm like, Tark, we only getting $800 in St. John's is getting $1,800.
What's going on?
He was like, Anderson, the cost of living in New York is higher. I'm like, oh. Man.
And that was what you were allowed to get, your stipend.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, damn.
Yeah.
One more question I got to ask you quickly. Speaking of NIL and keeping here, Didon Thomas, you watched him play, the young freshman over at UNLV. Let me get your guys' thoughts of this guy.
Oh, nephew, man, that's my, you know.
I watched him
that's
grow,
nephew.
man.
Yeah, me and Didon, that's my, you know, Didon my little brother, so that's nephew, and you know, he is right now leader of the team as a freshman.
Yeah, he's good, man. I'm a fan of his.
You know, he have a couple of freshman moments, but I did too, so I can't knock him. But,
He's a good one, isn't he?
He's pretty good as a freshman.
Floor general.
Yeah.
What's it going to take? Do you think Kevin Kruger's Kevin Kruger's a guy that can get the program back to, if not even where it was, at least back to a good shape?
You know what?
It's in pretty good shape right now. I think he's doing well.
You know, besides all the players leaving, I don't know what happened with Rodriguez. You know, whatever the, you know, personal situation, or he just left school, you know, or quit, whatever happened. We didn't have that.
No, when you signed a scholarship, you stayed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who want to leave Vegas?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
Especially when we was playing, we winning.
Yeah.
You know, we on a winning streak. We #1 in the country. You know, we rock stars. So who want to leave?
Boy, it's changed now, that transfer portal.
Oh, man. Unbelievable. Man.
Like I said, we wasn't going nowhere. Transfer portal, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you guys? How is it going with the documentary? Your interviews, how did those go for both of you guys? Talk about how that went.
It's great. It's going great so far, you know, and the stuff that we accomplished this far is pretty amazing. You know, I thought it was just going to be a couple guys who come around and, you know, just put a little something out there, but it's well put together, and I think the finishing touch is going to be incredible.
Anderson, you enjoy what you've done, your interview so far?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Only thing we didn't do while we was out here is go to some of our old hot spots.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we ain't had time, but that's the only thing we didn't do. We might have time to do it tomorrow, but we ain't go to.
Ice and the drink is tore down. You can't go there anymore. Okay, the Shark Club is tore down. You can't go there anymore.
Yeah, that was 35 years ago. So you know,
those places are gone.
Right. But other than that, man, the doc, man, it's gonna get everybody back on the scene.
Yeah.
Like I said, we haven't did anything together.
The true fans really missed, you know, that era. And for us to be putting that out there, it's going to bring back a lot of fond memories, you know, and I think it's going to be something that the fans will really appreciate.
Kings of Vegas.
Kings of Vegas.
Another thing, lastly, just being considered with just being the top 5 team ever is an accomplishment of its own. And plus, once we get out the Kings of Vegas, that's just go elevate us more, get us back on the scene.
Bleacher Report has you guys at #2.
What?
All time. Behind UCLA, Wooden, the team with Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, but they was getting paid.
Everybody had their opinions.
Yeah, they was getting paid.
And you're #2 all time. Okay. That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Yeah, Coach Tark used to always say, "Oh man, what's the man name? Gilbert." He used to pay him Sam Gilbert.
Well, Sam Gilbert, the owner of the UCLA teams back then.
Yeah, Tark used to say that. Both of them rest in peace. But yeah,
he knew the history.
When you got that dough, you can buy a lot of players.
Well, thank you for joining us,
guys.
Thank you.
All right, time for us to take a break. We'll be back with more Layuna Sports Wrap right after this.